Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for fueling fire. So, you may not have noticed, but I have not been able to do my Wednesday uploads. So, initially, that wasn't the issue. I had done an extra Wednesday upload, so I didn't feel bad about it because I had done how many I wanted to do, but then I missed another week because this is about the time for midterms. So I'm helping my kids to study, and I'm studying. And there's also lots of physical work for me to do in my classes, not just studying and getting ready for my weekly tests and exams. By the way, what's in front of you? This is one of the links on my page. And this is what we're going to talk about today. After I did my little bit about why I haven't done my Wednesday and why today this is not Wednesday. Today's actually Friday for me. But I'm going to save this and upload it on Wednesday. Which I said I was going to try and upload Wednesday stuff on Wednesday. But at least until things calm down, that's not going to happen. Okay, so this is on a lovely website called the Royal Road. Or Royal Road, I should say. Um, and it's a nice little place where I have decided to put a new sort of trainer. Now, if you're just finding this randomly, you probably have already switched to something else because it's been over a minute. For anyone that stuck around, A New Sword Trainer is a book that I'm writing, and it's a fan fiction. It's dealing with the Pokemon world, and I am loving this website because people are coming here to read. There are some people who read on YouTube. That's why I put my book out there to begin with, mostly. Um, but also because I just wanted to put it out there for people to find. I didn't have much expectations when it came to YouTube because I do know people read books on there. I've had people send me links, say, "Hey, check this out. It's really cool." Um, but most of the time, they have another source that they're going from, and I'm doing things a little backwards. Since I started on YouTube, I have more on YouTube. Um, I'm about 2 chapters ahead, if I remember right. Let's have a look. I think I only have chapter 3 out here. Yeah, I only have 3 chapters out here, and I just released chapter 5 as of this video. And my next release on YouTube is going to be that I'm releasing the chapters 1 through 5 recap on YouTube. So that'll be coming up soon. Or I guess I'll put a little card up there so you guys can see it. Chapter 5 is already out. If that's up there, blinking, little white bubble or question mark, I forgot what it is, it comes out. So if that's there, please have a look. Because you can get all 5 chapters read to you in about, give it, I'd say about 40 minutes. It's less than 40 minutes, but it's about 40 minutes. I had planned originally to do my 1 through 5 chapters, me personally reading it, so you guys can really like feel the inflections that I'm putting into the story. But I'm getting better with how I'm doing my edits for my writing. Getting the story out there is not a problem. Most people won't have an issue who want to write to get the story out. It's finding a way to portray the meaning and emotion into the voice of my characters that's the difficult thing. And trying to set you guys up to see it from the perspective of when I wrote it. Like, I'm not gonna use anything from this, but if you were doing a small child, you want a small child, his or her petulance to come out, his or her reasoning to come out, but what if you don't want people to just see this as a child overreacting? You're going to say what the child is thinking. But what if that part is not necessary? What if there needs to be confusion in what the child is saying? And you're going from an adult's perspective. You're going to say, this child was unreasonable. This child, oh, they just wanted XYZ. That's the only reason that they're throwing a fit. If you are going back and forth between the child and the adult's perspective, you can fix that by saying the child actually wanted this, unbeknownst to the parent. But what if you're never going back and forth? How are you going to let the reader know that the child is not this just brat that wants something and an adult thinks so, but that's not actually the case? That's where I find myself having the most difficulty. Because I don't want to have 20 characters that I'm constantly going back and forth and telling you exactly what they're thinking. No, I'd like to have about 5 characters that I kind of go back and forth with, and I find myself really having a bit of a struggle with that. But I do have a link, well, in a bunch of places, but you can find it in my YouTube profile, and you can find it um, in the profiles, the descriptions of most of the videos dealing with a new sort of trainer, which I'm calling ANST, because I could say ANST, I could just go INST, but I decided I'm going with ANST. So the other thing that I have a link to on this page, not this page, but on my YouTube page, is my Ko-Fi. So I don't need this. I don't expect anyone to go on here, but I do want people to know about it because here I have my gallery. I also have other links here too. See this, my first little page I got pinned here. This has other links for you guys to check out. But my gallery is what I actually want to share with everyone. And as you can see, I do have stuff that's off limits unless you are paying or you pause this video right now and screenshot it. But you're not going to get a very good detailed picture, and not all of them. As you can see, I have a lot of them in here. I'm not going to talk about this. You can donate if you want to hear more about that. That's something completely different. But I have other things here. Like this. This is stuff that I've made using the AI Night Cafe. So I make a lot of things in Night Cafe. A lot. I don't pay for anything, by the way. All these are things that I make free, but you can't. If you can, feel free to. But I don't know how to replicate any of my works in Night Cafe. I've just gotten to where I can more or less make Flamefuel here repeatedly, more or less the same person. Not exactly, but really close. So this page is where I'm sharing all of that. Things that like they don't really go with the story, which is why I'm creating them. It's kind of like a visual. If you've looked at any of the new sort of trainer videos, I put them up there. I want to showcase them to help with the video. Um, I haven't really been able to do that with a lot of the videos, so if you haven't noticed it, yeah, I'm not delusional and you're not either. It's just the fact that I have not had the time. I've basically just been putting some stuff up there while I'm studying and letting it play and record, which is why I didn't do a physical reading of chapters 1 through 5. But that's all I really want to share with you guys. I did think I wouldn't be talking about this for so long, so I have some of my study stuff in the back I was going to show you. But you now see Royal Road, where I have the book at if you want to read it, because let's face it, that voice is kind of irritating this reading for you. And my Ko-Fi page, if you'd like to have a look at any of the artwork that I have. I don't really have much that's like you have to send me a tip or something. It's just things that are another book I'm working on. I'm not ready to release them. I will once I start like putting that book out, but I'm not ready for that. I had probably close to 50 written pages of a new sort of trainer before I started putting anything out, and I'm nowhere near that with the other book. I'm primarily working on a new sort of trainer, and I haven't had that much time to work on it either. So if you've made it this far, thank you. Thank you for fueling the fire. You're amazing, and you're interested in what I'm doing. So I appreciate that most of all. But have a look at my Ko-Fi page. There's links in my profile here on YouTube. But there's a lot here. It's just to look at. There's only a handful of things that I ask, hey, leave me a tip. I tried to make it less than $1, but it's $1 tip if you want to look at any of the stuff that like I'm not ready to release just yet, or you can wait a couple of months and come back and check it out then. Um, because I'm really behind on what I wanted to do with the other book. I just have more thoughts about a new sort of trainer right now, and it's a lot of that's because my family, my children, uh, they are fueling my writing, and they talk about Pokemon more than, well, we're gonna call it kind of D&D-esque. So I have a lot more in me for a new sort of trainer versus my other book, which title's still pending because I love the title, but my kids say it's horrible. So we'll see. All right. Thank you guys. Until next time.